So hi guys and welcome to Drive Spark. We are back in Rajasthan and this time we are here for a very special vehicle. Well, the vehicle we are driving is already in the market, which is the XUV 700. But what we have over here is the all new Mahindra XUV 7XO, which is technically the facelifted version of the XUV 700. So let's quickly start this video and I'll tell you everything you need to know about this updated SUV. So now let's talk about the front end of the vehicle, and as you can see that there are a lot of changes that they have done. Now first of all, you can see it gets an all new grille. It gets this dark chrome finish over here, plus you get a front parking camera. If you look at the headlights now, the headlights are completely different. You have your DRS that run right over here. These small dots are for the indicators, your high beam, low beam, and you get ice cube projectors for your fog light and your cornering light as well. So the front end is changed almost. I mean, it looks kind of similar to the XUV 700, but there are changes as I mentioned over here. Plus this is the secondary grille. You have some silver finishing on the skid plates right over there, and you get piano black finishing around here. That actually looks good. Basically, if you put a lot of chrome, then it kind of spoils the look of the car. I know it gives it an upmarket look, but anyway, piano black finish with dark chrome is what is in right now. So yeah, this looks absolutely fantastic. So now if you move to the side of the vehicle, you will notice that this thing gets body cladding, but the body cladding is finished in gloss black, which actually gives it an upmarket look. As you can see over here, the entire cladding is finished in black. Obviously this is a dark color, so it's kind of merging into this, but yeah, this is looking really nice. And now you have these new 19-inch wheels. Tire profile is a 235 and dual tone finish diamond cut wheels. Looks good. Moving on, you have this ORVM that's again finished in the piano black finish. You also have integrated indicator. You have a camera over here. Obviously, that's a part of the 360-degree camera. Moving on, now you don't get some chrome, but this is brushed aluminium. It's not exactly chrome on the window line that you see from the ORVM till the end. This is basically a brushed aluminium finish. You get gloss black on the pillars, as you can see over there and here, and you also have roof rails. Along with that, you have a big panoramic sunroof, and you also have a shark fin antenna. Now this is the handle of the car. Now obviously this is a flush door handle. When you lock the car or when you unlock the car, this will obviously pop out on its own, and that's a really good thing. It's an electronic unit. When you unlock the car and when you start driving, obviously it goes in and it becomes one with the door, so it looks absolutely fantastic. Plenty of ground clearance over here, and if you move to the back now, you will see that the quarter glass is, I mean, it's a big size quarter glass if you see over here. So again, everything as I mentioned, from the pillars, all the pillars are finished in this piano black finish, which is actually looking very nice. You kind of have a spoiler over here, some overhangs that is looking really good. So this is the side profile of the vehicle. Comment below if you like the side profile of the vehicle, and comment below what is the best thing that you liked about the exterior till now. So now let's go check out the rear section. So now come to the rear section, you will first of all notice this XUV 7XO badging that runs right across. This is the top of the line variant, which is the AX7L. So you get a variant badge as well. This is the new tail light. It's a full LED unit, and now it's a wrapped around unit. It's a split unit, and this drops down over here. Apart from that, you again have a lot of gloss black finish at the back as well at the lower section, and again you have some silver couplets right over here. You have a wiper with a washer. As I mentioned, there is a spoiler, there's a washer, and defoggers are right here. The logo is integrated between this, and if we open the boot, it is not an electronic unit. That's the amount of space you get. This is a 6-seater and a 7-seater. Right now it's in the 7-seater configuration, and if you need more space, what you can do is you can just fold these seats like this, and that will become either a 4-seater or a 5-seater, and then you have plenty of room to keep your luggage. Also, the third row, you can see you have these headrests that are adjustable. There are 2 headrests, so that means 2 people can sit over here, and there is pretty decent amount of knee room and leg room over there. I'll be demonstrating that in a while, but yeah, I mean, it's not meant for tall people, but there are a couple of features inside at the third row as well. And to close the boot, you just have to do this. However, the boot lid is really light thanks to the hydraulic struts. No problem opening and closing them. So now let's check out the second and the third row of the 7XO. Now you can see interiors, you have dual tone interiors. You have this brown finish with this beige finish. Let's check out the second row. So second row, you have ventilated option. Now you have ventilated option on the front two seats and the second row as well. And you can see there is the button for the ventilated seat, and there is a lever over there where you can adjust the backrest as well. So you can move the seat a little forward or backward, and the same lever on this side is used to tumble the seat where you can access the third row. Let me just quickly enter it. For reference, my height is 6'1", and I'm not going to close this seat because obviously this will come in the way. But you have AC vents over here. You have a knob to control the fan speed right over here. You can see you have a 12-volt charging socket there, and I think that's about it. Well, speakers are right in the head. You have a grab handle over here, and the sunroof vent still here. Now getting out is a challenge. Okay, so that is how you need to get out of the third row. It's a little challenging, but this is how you enter and exit the third row. And this is the second row. Well, it is very, very comfortable. You can see you have a 65-watt fast charging right over here behind the seat. This thing is to attach a holder that's basically for your entertainment. Basically, you can put your phone, your tablet. While you're on the go, you can enjoy a meal or maybe watch a movie. These are the AC vents for the rear, and there is some space over here to keep your phone. I think, okay, this is not a space, actually a wireless charger right over here. So you can see there's a sign over here, so you can put your phone and this will charge. So charging options, we have 1, 2, 3 at the rear section. Now let's go check out the front row. So now we come to the front row, and over here you have a lot of changes that the company has done. Now first of all, have a look at this key. Now this is the key for the 7XO. Well, you obviously have seen this key in the electric versions of Mahindra, that is the BE6 and the other versions. Let us quickly check out what you get over here. So 3 screens. Let me just start the car up. So there you go. You have 3 screens over here, and these screens are not only for the top end variant, but you get it in the base variant. Yes, you heard me right. The base variant has these 3 screens set up with the same processor that it is running on the top end variant. So that is a really, really attractive thing for buyers, because obviously in a base variant you either don't get a screen or you get a small screen, but over here in this 7XO you are getting 3 screens from the base variant, which is a really good thing. Now basically you have ambient light all over, your ambient light around here, underneath here on the door. But there's a very interesting feature about the ambient light is that the front ambient light can be of a different color and the rear ambient light can be of a different color. So if the rear passengers want like a different color and you want a different color at the front, you can choose that. That's a really good feature. You have like a ton of ambient light, like they say around some million colors to choose from in your ambient light. Basically you have that knob where you can just minutely change colors, but I mean overall it's a very good setup that they have over here. You obviously have Adrenox written, plus you can see the steering wheel. Oh yeah, electric seats for both the variants, the driver as well as the passenger. So you can see that the passenger also gets electric seats, but the driver gets memory functions along with electric seats over here. And you get a manual lumbar support for the driver, where there is a rotary knob where you rotate it, so this thing comes out. And seats very comfortable actually. It's good. Again, the seat finishing in this two-tone where you have this kind of tan finish with the beige finish. And I forgot to mention one thing that I wanted to show you from the rear. Now this has boss mode, so what you can do is you can just move the seat if you're sitting behind and you don't want to disturb the driver. You can just move the seat ahead and back, and you can also adjust the backrest from here. So this basically has boss mode, which enables you to move this seat ahead if you're sitting right behind the passenger over here. And let's talk about some features. So you can see all piano black finishing, storage space over here, wireless charger right over here, charging sockets, some buttons over here to control your fan, your volume. These are for your drive media, everything car related. Then you have your home button. This is the automatic gearbox. Storage space over here, that is to keep your key. This thing comes out. If you don't want this, you can keep it apart. Apart from this, the armrest actually slides ahead and back, so I mean there is play in that as well. Steering wheel is now finished in this dual tone. You have this black and this tan finish. 2-spoke steering wheel, looks good. Fit and finish quality is nice. You have this piano black finishing treatment going all around. There are no paddle shifters over here. Steering wheel can be adjusted for tilt and telescope both. So you have both adjustments, so finding the right driving position should not be a problem. Well, let us talk about the sound system over here. So you have a 16 speaker Harman Kardon sound system where you have Dolby Atmos inside. So it is an immersive experience that you get through the speakers, where you have speakers all around, starting from here to the doors, to the tweeters, to the roof. Even the roof has speakers, so 16 speakers all around. Fantastic output. Apart from that, you can see that the AC vents are mounted here. The corner AC vents are over there. All are horizontally stacked. You have drive modes over here, where you have zip, zap, zoom, and then you can customize your mode. This button is for your 360-degree camera, as you can see over here. Camera quality is very, very nice. And you also have this IRVM that has almost zero bezel, looks very premium, gives the car a very, very premium touch. So this thing is an auto dimming IRVM. You have a holder for your glasses. Then this, if I can just open this, there you go. That is the massive panoramic sunroof that you get in this car. All lights on the inside are LEDs, and as you can see, you get a massive panoramic sunroof over here that goes all the way up to the second row. Obviously, the third row people can enjoy a little bit, but it extends all the way up to the second row. If we talk about mirrors, you have a vanity mirror over here with a light for the passenger. A vanity mirror is missing for the driver. You have a ticket holder over here. And I think that's about it. That's the interiors. You can see you have Harman Kardon on the speakers that are written right over there. And comment below if you've seen this kind of a setup in any other vehicle, the seat setup like this. I think most of people know that this kind of a setup comes in a luxury car. So comment below if you know that what this kind of setup is in what car. So yeah guys, that was the interior of the all new 7XO. Now let's quickly go drive this car and tell you how it drives. Well, it has two engine options, I'll let you know. The same engine options, a 2-litre turbo petrol and a 2.2-litre M-Hawk diesel engine with multiple gearbox options. So now we are at the driving seat of the all new 7XO, and let me tell you that the engine configuration on this, as I mentioned, there are two engine options. It has been carried over from the previous generation one, which is the 2-litre turbo petrol one and the 2.2-litre M-Hawk diesel engine. Well, the petrol engine produces 200 bhp and 380 Nm of peak torque. Well, the diesel engine produces around 183 bhp, but it has two torque outputs. In the manual one, you get around 420 Nm of peak torque, and in the automatic torque converter that we are driving today, it produces around 450 Nm of peak torque. Well, obviously the power and torque figures are really nice. The car is quick. Sadly, it does not get any paddle shifter, so you can't have full manual control, but you can get manual control from the gearbox over here. And if we talk about the modes, you have three modes. Actually, you have four modes. You have zip, zap, and zoom. That's your eco, normal, and sport. And then you have another mode that is for custom. So basically, you can customize your steering, how your throttle input is. Obviously, the suspension won't be customized, but yeah, there's a very actually good thing that they have done to the suspension. I'll just come to that. So rest of it is fine. The steering feels light. It weighs up as you change the mode. It's a very responsive steering wheel. It's a good car. And now let us talk about the suspension. So one of the major changes that they have done to the 7XO is with the suspension setup. So they call it the world's first Da Vinci suspension setup. So basically what it does is basically if you have a broken road or you have some undulation patches on the road, so what it'll do is it will actually read those undulations on the road, and it will adjust automatically before you hit them. So in order to get a completely plush ride, so without any disturbance, is what Mahindra says, is actually a very good thing. The suspension is nice. It's on the softer side. There is some amount of body roll because it's a big SUV, but it is well contained. Obviously, the third row and the second row, you'll feel the body roll a little bit, but in the front row where I'm driving right now, our body roll is a little less. The car handles much better. It can take very tight corners, and obviously that suspension setup along with this steering wheel goes hand in hand. If you talk about the safety features, obviously you have ADAS, but now what they have done is that they have improved the radar of the ADAS. So what it does is it can detect objects much more clearly. So if you have like an animal like a cow crossing the road, or if there is a bike crossing the road, or if there is any car ongoing or maybe overtaking you, so it will correctly and very precisely focus on that and give you a correct reading on the screen over here. So they have improved with the ADAS system of this. It's a level 2 ADAS only. It's not something that is extraordinary, but they have improved the sensors on it so that the accuracy can be a little more, so that you are safe on the road. Well, however, overall it is a very good vehicle. We've not driven the petrol one. We'll be driving the petrol one very soon, and we'll be telling you about that as well, the performance and all. But it's a good car. Seats are comfortable, steering is nice, suspension is good. You don't feel a lot of bumps on the road. Undulations are handled very nicely. NVH levels are good. There is engine noise that this creeps in post, I think, 3,500 RPM, but that's fine. It's a diesel engine. It will have that diesel clutter. Overall, it's a very refined engine is what I would say. So yeah, this was the XUV 700. Very good handling car, and it is damn fast. So guys, this was the all-new XUV 7XO, and Mahindra has already launched this SUV. It gets an introductory price of rupees 13.66 lakh and goes all the way up to the 22.47 lakh mark. These are ex-showroom and introductory prices, so the prices will go up in some time. Well, I hope I explained the car well to you. If you need to know anything else about this SUV, let us know in the comment section and we will get back to you on that. Until then, I'm Pramit signing out. See you next time. Thank you so much for watching. Take care, be safe and drive safe.